Hello YouTube, Bushcraft Woods Devil here. This weekend I was just kind of looking around online and found this knife on sale at Big Five. This is an Elk Ridge knife, and I know some of you have undoubtedly seen their products, Chinese made, but kind of like the shape of this one. It's a bolo style. They describe it as a kukri. This is the model ER-510, ER-510. I believe it's billed as the Combat Tactical. It is a 15-inch overall length, and I measure the blade overall at about 9.5, 9.75 inches, and the blade cutting edge at roughly 8.5 or 8.75 inches. Now, like I said, they describe it as a kukri style knife, and I suppose it kind of is. It does kind of have the kukri shape. It also looks to me a lot like a bolo type style. I guess it's kind of all in the eye of the beholder. Has a plastic handle. It's got a lot of surfaces for grip. Has an integral guard so your fingers don't slip forward. I don't care for this choil here. It's not going to give me much purchase for my finger for close-up work. Interestingly, it has one screw here, and then there's a fake, it's just an embossed or impressed screw. It's not real here in the handle, so there's, as far as I can tell, there's probably only one screw holding this handle on. Whether it's epoxied or not, I couldn't say. Have no idea how much tang, but I would not be surprised if there's maybe no tang past here. Haven't any idea. And then it has what they bill as a glass breaker, and I suppose that could be used to that purpose. Strikes me more, if you're going to call it a combat knife, then I tend to think of sharpened pommels as a skull crusher. And really, this is almost like a mini or a small machete. This is kind of in the size realm of the cold steel kukri. It's light. It's under a pound. I don't know the exact weight, but it's very light. It feels good. I like the weight out on the end. I'm sure it'll be a fairly decent chopper. It comes with a typical slapdash factory edge, just applied very quickly and not particularly sharp. It's a stainless steel and it's been blackened, so I imagine it's a soft stainless. It'll probably take a good edge, but it won't hold it. Again, it's called the ER-510 by Elk Ridge. The box was had a tag for $32.99, and I picked it up on sale for $9.99, and I don't see $33 value. There's far too many better quality knives that you could get for $32, or even just adding a few dollars you could pick up. But for $9, under $10, well, 10 and some change out the door. Yeah, I'd say it's a $10 knife. The sheath is has two snaps, one here midway, and then handle, long drop loop for your belt. It's not reinforced. See, no plastic reinforcement inside. It's riveted so that it hopefully won't cut through and pierce you. So it's slightly split so that the wider edge of the blade can come out. See, it's narrow here. So to accommodate that, they split the sheath here. But I kind of like it, you know, for $10. I'm going to play with it out here this morning, see how it does, doing some carving and stuff, and I'll shoot another piece of video. So I don't know, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think it's kukri or bolo? Or kind of in between? I've always kind of liked bolo patterns myself. Bolos go way back, of course. They're a traditional South Pacific tool. A lot of the Filipino people have used them for years, and probably in other parts of the South Pacific. The United States certainly ran into them during the, I don't think so much the Philippine insurrection, but later down in Mindanao when Pershing and his people were fighting with the Moros, who were jihadists. Even to this day don't really get along with the people in the Christian Northern Islands. They were running into the bolo pattern a lot. The Krag rifle, the 1892 Krag, they actually made a bolo knife, a bayonet for it. The idea being that the soldiers serving in the jungle there could use that bayonet as a machete to chop the jungle vegetation. And then the United States had bolos in their inventory for many years, different styles like the 1909. If you want to read a really remarkable story, look up Private Henry Johnson, who was a African-American U.S. soldier serving in the First World War, and used a bolo, a 1909 pattern bolo knife to defend a sentry position he was on, and dispatched several German soldiers. He received some honors, but it wasn't until many, many years later that they posthumously awarded him the Medal of Honor. I'm sorry to say, probably because of racism. They just weren't going to give a black gentleman the MOH at that time, but fortunately he did later receive it. So a little history there on bolos. They're just fascinating. But let me know, do you think this is kukri or bolo? I don't know, the more I look at it, the more I kind of see it as a kukri. But of course kukris are another awesome machete chopping style knife. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I will try some carving, and then I'll shoot another piece of video. Okay, we'll talk to you a little later. Have a good day. Bye.